Hey everybody, Crystal Kitsune here. This is another little game that I have been playing. About 2 weeks ago, I gave or showed a video of me playing this MMO game called Tera. And the level cap on Tera is level 65. And even though there's like a bunch of different classes that you can try, Elin, Kastanik, um, Potpourri, and a couple others I don't remember the name of. Um, you actually you actually have um, very limited. I guess like once you get to level 65, there's not really much else you can do. And the one thing I didn't like about Tera um, is I'm just gonna go ahead and play this because the sound of the music is kind of annoying, super loud. Okay. So anyway, uh, let me music volume. I don't want everything to be super loud. But anyway, okay, so Tera, um, I've been playing for a while, and I got my Elin, the one that I showed you, to level 64. Um, but I don't really like the class of sorcerer on Tera because it's a very super weak character. To want to play a powerful character. Um, I figured that going into this, the whole like sorcerer thing was gonna be like, magic. It's gonna kill lots of things, and it was gonna be very powerful. But like, I get to level 65, and I'm like too weak for certain dungeons because you have to be like a certain like uh strength level or whatever. It was like a combining all your like armor and stats and everything together, and then they put it together as like a score type thing. So it was like 300 and something, and you need to be like, this amount in order to be um, able to go into certain dungeons. You could go into the dungeons if you want to go in alone, but that's not recommended, especially since it's like a 5-person dungeon and you're trying to kill stuff that uh, is a lot stronger or like elite or whatever. So I went through a few other MMOs. I think I probably mentioned this in the other video, but I was trying to find something else that played like Tera because I liked Tera, but I didn't like the fact that it had a 65 level cap and so many um, different classes and stuff. But it kind of like was very like if you wanted to play a different class, different character, you're unless you like bought more character slots or whatever, or you paid money for it, you only got 2 characters per like channel or whatever. And there was like 3 PvE channels, so I made like 2 for each channel. And so the Elin and the Kastanik was on one. I had a Valkyrie Kastanik, and then I had another Elin and Elf on another channel, and that's one that me and my friend were going to play on um, together. But he ended up getting really busy, and we weren't able to play together. So I kind of like went ahead and then got kind of bored with the game. So anyway, this one here is called Rift, and it's actually a really an older MMO, so it's been around for a while. This is my character here, Luciana, which I think I used the same name in Tera, but she's an elf and she's a mage. Um, what's cool about this game is that if you look on this map thing here, all these things here, uh, these little icons here are rifts or footholds that open up. Especially these things; these are rifts. But the whole premise of the game is that these things called rifts open up and monsters are in them, and you fight a series of like levels of the rift, and then you get stuff from doing it. And then you got these other things that wander around. You got these cross swords, those are like roving things. There's another one over here. These guys rove around, and they, cause chaos and everything. This is just the Iron Pines. You start out over here in this area in Silverwood and do all these things. These things here are um, villages or towns or whatever, and these are cave systems, and then these are portals. So if you want to like fast track, you can go to these green things, which are teleportals. And this is a teleport thing that actually takes you to like another part of the world. And then you got, this stuff up here, which is not my level yet. I'm only like level 27, so I'm not quite here yet. But these are quests that you have completed, the check marks. I have one here and I have one down here, but I haven't been there yet. Probably after I finish this section, I have to go meet this guy here. And this section here shows where you're supposed to be killing stuff at. So it kind of shows you where you need to go. But so far, it's got like a lot entailed into it. So here you see your hotbar down here. This is my magic stuff. You got Living Storm, Flame Bolt, Fireball, Icicle, Forked Lightning, Raging Storm, Countdown, Thundershock, Ignite. This is to summon this dude here, which is my elemental. Angelic Flight, that's a potion. I got a couple mounts. This is a mount, this is a mount, this is a mount. Fury of the Ascended, Elemental Forces. These are like buffs, not that one isn't, but these are self buffs. This is a self buff. That's a self absorption, control. So you basically have like all these attacks. If I hit this here is your soul tree. You can either concentrate on one of three things. I kind of went all three, which I should have just like stuck with one element and not done like a whole bunch of different stuff. But I got there's Pyromancer, which is of course fire, Elementalist, which is like a bunch of different things, cold, electricity, abrasion. But the attacks are down here, so you got that's just a pet. Crystalline missiles, summon lesser elemental, lightning strike, elemental forces. So the elemental comes from the elementalist, so I get the duder that comes up. At this level, I get to summon an air elemental, which I should have probably. That's a water elemental at that level. And this one here is like storm calling, so it's like you got lightning, forked lightning, electrified, raging storm, icicle, which is not lightning, thundershock, and ride the wind, but that's a self buff. So this is your soul tree. So every time you get like a level up, you can put your stuff in here. So, or you can reset your soul, but I don't want to. Let's see what else there is. I probably won't run around and do any of the quests because those usually take a while, and I'm not going to do like this extensively for the channel because I'm already level 27. I don't feel like making a whole new character for the channel because I tried doing that with WoW, and I figured I could at least do up to level 20 and then like do like another something or other, but that didn't play out very well, so I kind of just was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna... So, I'm just showing off the game, essentially. I'm not really going to play the game as a series, unless you really want it, but I doubt you really want it, so... But anyway, so I tried a couple of the MMOs. Another one that I tried was Lord of the Rings Online, and I think I probably mentioned this. I ended up hitting a paywall there, and it was a really fun game, but I didn't want to have to pay to, like, open up other areas of the world in order to keep playing. So I thought that was kind of disappointing. So I went through some of the older games that I did when I was younger, like Flife and Mabinogi and some other stuff. And I actually found that it was like very um, not what I was remembering. Like, I remember playing extensively not Mabinogi, but Flife. We played that with a different friend, and we played Flife, and I remember using the arrow controls for it. You know, the up, down, left, right instead of WASD, because since I'm left-handed, I use my right hand for the arrow keys and use the trackpad with my left hand. But I extensively remember, like, all these other MMOs that I played using, my the arrow keys. So I get into Flife and it wouldn't let me use the arrow keys, and it was like click, and like you had to click an area and then it would run you to it and everything. And I don't remember that being a thing. Either that or I'm just so used to uh, the arrow keys being the movement and not like click to go somewhere, click to go somewhere, click to go somewhere. And I mean that's super annoying for me right now. I guess back then it wasn't really annoying because that's all I knew. But I tried Flife. It actually first I tried was gonna try to get Mabinogi. I want to say Mabinogi. I did try that one too, but um, there was one that I used to play back in 2009, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around in there. That was called Jade Dynasty, and it was an MMO that had a lot of Asian influences. It was very all the costumes and characters are based off of Asian mythologies and stuff, and it was a really nice game. I liked it a lot, and I had like a pretty high level character on that game, and so I was going like, oh, like I'll just download, J Dynasty and play that. No biggie. So I'm getting this whole game like downloaded on this computer, and then all of a sudden, like, I was reading through like the news, I guess, like because they had like updated news and whatnot, and the news was like, oh, we're shutting down the game indefinitely in June, and I'm like, what? Because like, I mean, yeah, I admit it's probably a game that has been around for like ever and like has no relevance anymore. So I was like reading further into the you know post, and they're all like, well, we don't see this game going any further, like we already like extended out as much as we were going to, and we want to concentrate on other games because they actually do make other games, like Perfect World, which is their like highest rated one, and a bunch of other Star Trek and some other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll try Perfect World. And so I after J Dynasty finishes downloading, because I couldn't stop the download and just like delete it. I had to wait till for it to finish and then, um, delete it. So I deleted it. Started Perfect World. I brought Perfect World up. Their whole like system is like different. Like I changed or started a new character, and like the whole game looked horrible. Not like what I used to. Like I remember Perfect World being like up there with like wow quality graphics and stuff, and this game was like looked like shit essentially. I mean, I don't know if it was my computer that was not making it look good, or the graphics weren't up high enough, or some dumb shit like that. But it was just horrible, and I'm like, okay, well, okay, Perfect World is not because I made the character and everything, and then I was going through like this tutorial thing, and again, it wouldn't let me bind the arrow keys to, movement. And I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. Because, like, there's, like, flying for that character or some shit. So, like, they made the arrow keys be, like, you know, the flying keys. So you couldn't bind the arrow keys to or for movement because it already bound the up and down for the flying. So I'm like, well, fuck me. So there was that bullshit. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to just delete Perfect World because I didn't see me playing that. And I was going to try Mabinogi, because I actually played Mabinogi before. I played it with a friend. I played a lot of these games with different friends. Another friend who told me about the game, I thought, okay, I'll try Mabinogi because I have played that one before, and I played it to an extent to where I had like pets and mounts and or whatever. Downloaded that, started playing it. It did let me bind the keys. I started a new character, but again, the quality of the game just seemed like shit. It was like a cartoony kind of thing because that's what Mabinogi is based off of, kind of like an anime kind of style. But it still looked like really, and it still had like weird camera movements, and it was just ugh. Okay, so I couldn't think of any of the other games besides the Fly from the Perfect World and the Jade Dynasty and everything like that that I played that I would want to try. So I'm like looking online for games like this or whatever, and I think I like put games like Tera or something, and this one popped up. And at first I was kind of like hesitant about it because I didn't really look that interesting. And when I first started, it put you in like the tutorial world, like everything does usually. And the tutorial world is kind of ganky and awkward and everything. But I was like, I need to give this a fair chance. I'll get past the tutorial world, which is usually crap anyway, and then see what happens from there. After I bumped up the specs because the graphics looked like not poop, but it could be better, so I bumped up the graphics. And it looks really nice. I mean, you got the snow effect here in the mountains, and the rifts that open up, they are different, like, different uh, elements or whatever. So, like, the yellow ones are fire, then they have blue ones, which are usually water. The purple ones are death rifts. And so you go through and you get rid of the stuff, the monsters, and it's in level or stages, not levels. It's in stages. So stage 1 is a few monsters. Stage 2 is a little bit more. And what's kind of cool is that if there's other players that are fighting the same rift, you can join the local team, and it will just automatically team you up with the people that are also playing that area and beating the rift. And then when you're done beating the rift, then you can just leave the team, or the party rather. It's not team, it's join local party, and it just teams you up automatically with the people that are already fighting the same rift as you. So you, I guess, get benefits for doing that or whatever. So here's some monsters and stuff. Here's a wolf. I don't. There's no like pet like taming. Like I did like the games that did that gave you like WoW. WoW had the pet tamer, and that was for the hunter. The hunter was the only one that could tame animals. But I like that. I like the fact that you could tame animals and have them as your pets. And depending on what kind of animal was, what kind of, special abilities they had or whatever. So like wolves would be good like for, I don't know, stealth and brutalness or something. I don't know, but because back in WoW I had like a tiger, I had a dinosaur, one of the raptors, and so yeah, I mean, like, I like that, but I don't think any of these elementalists, I think, are the only ones that give you pets, but you have to level up the ability to summon more creatures. So, like, I can summon a different elemental if I actually got the, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Which one is it? Oh, yeah, that one. At this level, I get the but I think I have to level up one of these things here first. I'm not sure which one. Oh, at level 30? I have to be level 30, so that's probably when it'll open up. Is level 30. It also gives you, there's fishing in this game. That's kind of neat. There's also like different, like with WoW, you can have like little jobs. So you could be like either a cook or a herbalist or whatever. Get hides and stuff and make stuff out like armor and whatever, armor crafting. And also with like WoW, like if you die, you get if you haven't died in like a really long time, you get a chance to soul walk, and that just means that you get like a freebie chance to like run away, and then like resurrect, so you can get away from whatever is killing you, and be able to, kind of like regain your composure and then go back into the fray. If you die again like almost immediately after that, then you don't get the chance to soul walk. You actually either have to resurrect at a graveyard and walk back to your body, or take like this hit where it's like, okay, well you lose your vitality and some levels of your character, and it stays that way until you get to like a town and heal your soul. So it's kind of like, well, do I want to run all the way back, or do I want to just do it now and take the hit? Um, Actually, there was one time that I did that in WoW. I took the walk back from whatever, and the nearest graveyard was like so far away from where I was. Like it was like on the other side of this mountain that was like a higher level than I was, and it was like on the other side of a mountain. So it was like I trying to get back over the mountain to where I was supposed to be, and it was like pain in the ass to try and get back to my body. I think I don't. I guess maybe I eventually got to it or just said fuck it. But like I don't like it when that does that. Like if you have like a graveyard in any town, walking back shouldn't be that much of a problem. So like if I died like right outside, you know, this area here in the snow, the graveyard should be somewhere here in this town, so it shouldn't take me forever to get back to my body. Um, and the towns are usually like not that far apart. So like there's a town, there's a town, there's a town, there's a town. So it's like not really that much of a problem to like go back to where your body's at, because there's always gonna be like a dozen towns in one area. So like this one here has like one, two, no, two, three, four, five in this area, and then like this one has a butt ton. There's one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this area alone. So like, yeah, if you died somewhere in this area, there's not going to be that much of a problem trying to find a, a graveyard to get back to. So like, if you killed a thing, you get this stuff. This stuff here, like this stuff is crap. This color is like a gray or whatever. That's crap. This stuff is usually stuff you can use to like cook or whatever. So it's like a material. That's just crap. You just can sell it for coins. This stuff is actually you can cook with it, but you have to have the survival of 75 to cook it. Stuff that is like blue letters or whatever. Like okay, so here in my inventory, right before we sign out, this stuff is like schools of intelligence. Anything that's green, that's good because it's usually something that you can wear or use. Blue is pretty good because that's also like a really good weapon. Then you get like there's also collections in this game. There's like a that's not it. That's what's the one collection? Collection. Oh, so here's my character profile. So you got character. Here's my stats. Planar fragments, I don't really know what those all are all about. Fragment inventory, I don't know. Skills, no, I'm getting attacked. But there's also like a whole, like, collection type thing where you can get stuff for collecting. Because there's artifacts that are in this game that you can find. They're usually marked by like sparkles. So if you happen to like be in the wild or whatever, and you see like sparkles like these, without like a boss or something, or a mob or whatever around it, then that usually means it's an artifact, and you can collect it. And then when you get to the collection, I don't know what the collection button is. What did that do? Oh, it changed my thing. That's WSD. That's my bag. That's that. That's my map. Minions is also another thing, but I'm not going to get into that. I don't really understand it, so I had it up here just the other day. That's PvP. Nope. Oh well. It's probably accessible down here. Um, achievements, crafting. It's not crafting, because crafting, that's something else. Um, minions instance, or whatever. But it's like, it's collection. So like if you bring up the collection menu, you actually you actually get like this whole um that's not what I want. Like you find something that says, "Oh, put into your collection." You right click on it, and it'll give you like your collection thing. So I don't actually have anything that I could put in my collection, unfortunately. But anyway, so that is a look at Rift. Like I said, it's been around for a while. I don't know exactly how long it's been around, but it's a pretty nice game. So far, I'm level 27. I haven't really hit any paywalls or anything, so like there hasn't been any thing saying, "Oh, well, you know, you can't play this because you have to open up this area." So far, it's just like quest line, quest line, quest line, and I haven't really read the story. Like when I see walls of text, I'm kind of like, I really don't want to watch like or read a bunch of text. So something about this guy is doing something to stuff, and I don't know. It's one particular guy, but I think there's like more side stories and stuff that are going on. I just find what I'm supposed to go on the map, kill what I'm supposed to kill, turn it in, and whatever. So I really don't know what the storyline is, unfortunately. Um, but rifts, that's all I know. And monsters come out of the rifts, and you have to kill them. And the quests come up here, so it basically and it tells me where I'm supposed to go. Like I'm supposed to go here, and then it tells me collect the red snow chieftain's head. That's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm pretty good when it comes to that kind of stuff. So just read the instructions. So that's gonna be it for today. It's kind of like I don't really have any really games that I want to play for you guys other than showing off Rift or Tera or whatever. I'm not really playing anything else, and all the other games that I have kind of that I've been playing seem kind of stupid. um, and I don't want to replay another do another episode of something that I just did recently. So I have to look at something that I can play, whether it's like buy a new game and play that, or bring out another game that I haven't played in a long time, or something just to like change it up a little bit because I don't want it to be the same old shit and have you be bored with it. So I'll have to look into that. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys next time, and uh, yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.